That's more like it. This is what we wanted to do last night, and technology didn't play with us. We're live and on the air. I'm Tom London. How's it, and welcome to the Tom London Show. No more lonely nights. Who's the show for? I'll tell you. There are 7.5 million people in the United Kingdom who stay alone. And there are many people in South Africa, and more as we progress into this modern life and modern world we've got, who stay alone. I'm one of them. I live alone. You're in my lounge right now, believe it or not. And this is my couch that I fall asleep on most nights and don't make it to the bed. This is what happens when you live alone. The bed becomes an optional item. This couch has been in my family for probably 40 years. This was my grandfather's couch, my mom's dad. And he was a tall guy like me, and he decided to make a couch for tall people. And so I got it when he passed away. And so this is my grandfather's tall person's couch that you're going to join me on every weeknight, 9 p.m. Central Africa time. Show's not just limited to South Africans, it's limited to anyone in the world, really, and specifically over up in Europe, similar time zones, also nighttime. Come and spend some time with me. So this isn't a show about being lonely. This is a show about spending time alone, and when you have time alone, how you'd like to have people with you. Or company every now and then. And that's what this is about. This is not a show to solve the world's problems. This isn't a show to try and fix things besides ourselves. I don't think that I've got it in my power to fix load shedding or the NHI or the different things that are going on in the world. But I do have the power to create a little landing pad for you, a soft landing pad at 9 o'clock at night, where you can join me. And in the comment section down below, you're going to find like-minded people. And by the way, there's only one rule in the comment section: be kind. Comment sections on live broadcasts have a way of getting a life of their own, and we can develop the culture in whichever page you're looking at tonight or viewing from. You're going to meet people. Say hello to each other. So if you've just joined us, pop a message on the screen, say hello to me, show me or tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to know which part of South Africa or the world you're saying hi from, and I'll pop your message up on screen. You can also comment on the show. You can make comments about the interviews we do, whatever we're up to. Pop your comments in the comment section and we'll put them up on screen. I mean, I'll give you an example, right? First up tonight was Bunny Burbaum, who says, "Good evening, Tom." Hello, Bunny, and thank you. I've been watching you, saying you're ready for the show and can't wait for a few days now, and I really do appreciate that. Claire Feldman is on board. Claire's a great person. I know Claire, just the biggest heart in the world. Anand Pide has joined us. Hello, Anand. Good to have you with us, and thank you for the thumbs up there. Cheryl Vehan is on board. Good evening. This is so exciting. I'm excited as well. Tell your friends, we don't, well, what do we do nowadays? We say, please like the show, please subscribe, please share on Facebook. I mean, if you want to, you can. There's going to be no force feeding, right? But perhaps the best thing to do is, if you've got a friend who also, doesn't have company at night and looking for something to do besides watching Netflix over and over again until it becomes boring, same with YouTube, tell them to give the Tom London Show a try on the channel. Right, Helen Mitwatch says, I don't know if I pronounced your name right, Helen. It's one of those. That could be like Polish or something, right? Helen Mitwatch from Poland. Not quite, eh? Tom, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I wasn't last night. We had a technical problem. The show didn't go on air, and I was gutted. I felt like I didn't get a birthday present on my birthday, which has happened before. Ever happened to you? You had a birthday and not one single birthday present? I had that once. But I'm good, hey. As I get older, I turned 50 last year. As I get older, I learn not to take things too seriously. Just do it better again tomorrow. So that's what we're here to do, right? Okay, the UK's on board. Nancy Wemmer says, "Good evening, Tom, from Chester, UK. How's it, Nancy? It's so lovely to have you with us and nice to see you on the screen." There's my dad, Alan Holmes. Hi, Tom. Greetings from Umhlanga. So hello to my dad and Fiona in Umhlanga, and I hope you're having a good time. My father's living his best life. My dad's in his 70s and he behaves like a teenager. And we've been told that's a good thing. Vanessa Taylor says, hi, Tom. Just be careful. If you know me and you pop your name up here, I'm going to talk about you. Eh? How's it, Vanessa? Good to have you on board. Peter Kaplan says, this is brilliant, Tom. I'm a huge fan of yourself. Thank you, Peter. I'm going to do my best to serve you. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to serve. Lynn Smith says, good evening, Tom and everyone watching from Springs. Yes, my hometown. Springs, South Africa. If you're not from this country and you don't know about Springs, Springs is a legendary place. It's where legends are born. It's a bad, bad town. By the way, the official drink on the show is Coca-Cola. When this can's finished, the show ends. Oh, I like that stuff, man. So, I was born on the East Rand of Johannesburg in a mining town called Springs. Let me tell you a little bit about Springs. Springs is the kind of place where you got to learn the rules. And there are only 2 rules that are of vital importance in a town like Springs. One is, don't look at someone else's girlfriend or wife for more than 3 seconds. You will get bliksemed. The other rule is, do not look at someone from Springs without saying hello for more than 3 seconds. You know, if you do this, 1, 2, 3, bliksem. Springs was a mining town. We grew up tough. I had a millie field at the end of the road. I either had to go into agriculture and farming, or I had to get myself into the entertainment business, which was east, 50 kilometers east in Johannesburg. Long drive in those days. But we grew up with some values. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, be humble, be kind, and I hope I still got that in my bloodstream. Good to have Springs on board tonight. Right, Les Faber. Hello, the Tom London Show. Greetings from Skierpoort. Skierpoort. I don't even know what Skierpoort means. Can somebody tell me? Skierpoort in the Northwest Province. Justin Chamberlain says, hey Tom, good evening, great to be here. Hello, Justin. Patricia Ann Skultz in Cape Town. When I left 702 in Cape Talk, I had a goodbye party at the Rhodes Memorial Restaurant, and thousands of people came. It was unreal. And Patricia was there with her 2 kids, and she had a Fiat Uno, and I needed a lift to the hotel after the goodbye function. And I got in the Fiat Uno with her, and she said, oh, it's a Fiat Uno. She didn't know I had owned 5 Fiat Unos in my life. I'm a big Fiat Uno fan. I don't have one at the moment, but hey man, if I see one lying around, I'm going to pick it up. Uno. Patricia Skultz. How's it? Brenda Beckett. Brenda Beckett, part of the Rudaput Metals team. Now, I like businesses and business people with values, and I like dealing with people who are good people. All my clients in my video production business are great people. And I've known the Becketts for years. Rudaput Metals, if you're on the West Rand, that's where you want to buy your steel. Great prices, but even better than that, they won't mess you around. Helen says German surname. Ah, German. I dated, and here we go. And I got to get to some calls, by the way. I dated a German woman for 2.5 years. I can't tell you how that went. I'll get hit with slander and libel. A German doctor, I don't know. Anyway, all right, we'll do a couple more of these. Tricia Valim is on board. Sue Gibb says hello. Tammy Singh, who I happened to have a chat with this morning on the phone. Tammy is on board. Hey, Tammy, good to have you on board. Vanessa Taylor says Springs is my hometown as well. We need to get more and more Springs people on board, hey? Gaynor Schulenberg says, good evening, good to be with you. Alistair Jameson, Tom London, and everyone in the show. Alistair Jameson tuned in from Ekululeni. Who else have we got? Maxine Smith over in the UK. Maxine used to be KZN bound and then went off to the UK. And we're going to connect South Africans across the world on the show. I got a good feeling about it. Good to see you too, Maxine. Thank you. Okay, Tammy Singh says Springs sounds like Lenasia. Yeah, similar rules, hey? Brussels? Are you serious? Brussels on board? Yo, 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 tuned in from Brussels. I think we need some more of that music. Kim Digg says, so cool from Boskrane. Just down the road, Kim. I'm pointing at you. Can you see me? Hello, Kim! Okay, Alistair was at the Rose Memorial function. We'll do a couple more. Sarah Key says, hi, Tom. Great to see you back on air. Thank you, Sarah. Lunches at Sarah's house are an occasion. Desmond Lilienfeld says, hi Tom, still live in Springs. Lilienfeld Outfitters was where you got your clothes back in the day. Clive Graham Beckett from Rudaput Metals. Hey, the Rudaput Metals gang are on board. Janita De Silva, my brown-eyed girl. Hey Tommy, great to see you up and running. And we'll do one more. Philip Odiokose, great to be here. Tonya Curry recommended from Nigeria. Nigeria is on my list of countries I want to visit, by the way. I've been to Europe. I want to go to places that people don't normally go to. I want to go to Nigeria. I want to visit Ghana. I need to visit Tanzania. I want to go to Mozambique. I've got a big thing to go to Japan. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you. Right? Hout Bay is on board. Gaynor says hi from Hout Bay. Garth Taylor says, Tracy Taylor here. Great show. That's Garth's. W-I-F-E. I said wife. Did you hear me? I said wife. W-I-F-E. One more. Netherlands on board. I learned to pluck the guitar when I was in high school. I let's pluck the guitar now. I'm going to pluck the guitar. Laura Kathleen. I said plucking the guitar. Yeah. Okay, I think I've done a bit too much. All right, the Rocky Mlungu from Radio Bop's College of Musical Knowledge. Looking forward to hearing. How's it, Ron? I also worked at Radio Bop. I was the only white guy they ever put on air at Radio Bop, and I think I'm the second white person to work on a so-called black station because everything's polarized in South Africa. It was me and David O'Sullivan, I think. Anyway, enough of that. Beverly Leibovitz says, hey Tom, great to see you back on the air. Thank you for the messages. We're going to dip into them, and I'll be telling you how to get onto the voice note line as well as make calls to the studio, because that's what we want you to do. Now, last night I was really having a bad time, and I heard this song in my ears, and the song was a song called Just Breathe by a friend of mine called Garth Taylor, who I think is the best singer-songwriter in the world. We're going to get Garth on the line now if he turns his phone into landscape mode, right, and say how's it to, well, he's my best friend, so I'm a bit biased. I love this guy to pieces. Okay, let's say hello Garth Taylor. Hold on a moment. Right. Hello Garth Taylor, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Where do we join you? In your studio?
Yeah, I'm in my recording studio at the moment.
Look at that. It's very fancy. Hey, you're working on a new album, I believe.
Yes, I am. I've got a 2-week deadline left to get 11 songs recorded and mixed.
I know. You've got a manager who's watching you.
Yeah, he's quite strict.
All right. So listen, Garth, last night I had a technical disaster. The show didn't go on the air. I wanted to run. The highway's not far from here. I was considering just running into the middle of the highway. And then the whole time I was doing troubleshooting for the next hour and a half, I kept hearing Just Breathe by Garth Taylor. We played it on a little clip last night, but I'd like to play it again tonight for everyone who's watching. But I'd like the backstory from you. Where does this song come from, and where does the inspiration come from? Over to you.
Well, Tom, when I, unlike other South African artists, and a lot of artists all over the world actually, music and paint, dance, you name it, we were considered right at the bottom of the essentials list.
Yeah.
So many of us, or many artists, kind of threw in the towel, when doing things like state agency, the jobs, make a living, had to do that, but put in the towel on their art.
Yeah.
And I moved over to the UK around about the time that COVID was first sort of announced. It was in the first 6 months of COVID hitting. I found a gap where I was able to travel on guitar, and I went overseas on a songwriting sabbatical.
Yeah.
Which to be very constructive, but at the same time quite destructive, because I was quite alone, and I ended up having to leave the UK, not on the best terms with people over there. Then
you're breaking up a little bit. Can you move a little closer to your router?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure, yeah.
Because I want to hear the story, and I'm sure people who are watching want to hear the story too. And by the way, while you're watching this, say hello to make friends with each other in the comment section. This is where you're going to find your new friends, in the comment section down below this video. Okay, so you come back from the UK, things haven't worked out. You're a South African artist. It's a mess for most South African artists post-COVID. What did you do? What happened?
yeah, then I ended up coming back to South Africa. Pretty much on the back end of winter in the UK,
Mm.
so at the beginning of winter in SA. They said that the COVID restrictions had been lifted slightly and we were able to now perform. And I thought, you know what, let me come back and do some performing and get it done. And then that worked out for a short while for me, but then
Okay.
ended up being thrown back into lockdown, weren't allowed to perform. And I ended up living in a room at a friend's house. Must have been the better part of geez, months.
Okay.
You know, the first Christmas that I was there, I was just so depressed. I wasn't able to sing. I wasn't able to
Yeah, I can just
perform.
imagine, man.
I had a bunch of songs that I'd written while over in the UK. I had a bunch of knowledge for the music industry that I learned and studied while in the UK. And when it came down to it, I felt like my necessity in this world was kind of drawing to an end. I don't know how to explain it in any other
Sure.
way.
Yeah.
I woke up in the mornings and I just like thought, what on earth am I going to do now?
What is all of this in aid of? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I'm a singer songwriter with nobody to sing to, nobody to listen
Mm.
to my messages. I know it sounds a little bit self-centered, but I think my purpose in life is to spread love, and
It should be
that's
all
what
of our. It should be all of our purposes. All right. So tell me, where does the song come from?
Towards the end of COVID, I'd say that it was the strangest thing because they announced that COVID was now over, which
Yeah.
to this day baffles me because I don't see how it was there and then it's not there anymore. But anywho, I'd planned to go down to Durban to visit. The closest person to me was my father, Andy, and he. It wasn't he's not my real father. The closest thing I had to
Sure.
the music industry very early. Bought me my first PA system, took me for my license, taught me the ropes, and he throughout my entire music career. We were very, very close. So I was to go down and spend some time with him, and for me, so for him, because it's also not a really good time.
Mm.
Friday, I was due to leave to go. I was told that he was in hospital with an enlarged heart.
Oh wow.
Then obviously I couldn't sleep. Saturday came along, and then I was told he was being discharged from hospital, and I was
Yeah.
wow, okay. Changed the flight already for the Sunday. And that was my due date to get down there. Saturday evening, I got a phone call. I was told that Andy passed, and so
So your dad
Yeah.
died.
yeah. So I'm getting a bit like.
I'm sure. That's okay.
Yeah.
Emotions are good. I mean, we got no problem with emotions on this show.
So anyway, so it was a bit of a thing for me. Here's a guy that really started me out.
Got you on the road, man. Yeah.
Well, he believed in me where so many others didn't.
Yes.
So then, and I sat here. I am a guy with no purpose, at that time in my life. No real direction, unwanted, relatively. And I just really needed at the time to see somebody that cared for me. And I was devastated, Tom. To be honest, I walked around the house looking for the house where I was staying, friends. I'm looking for sleeping jackets. I don't think I need to say more about that. In the end, I sat down and said, "How the hell am I going to come right? How am I going to come right from this?
Yeah.
How am I going to pull myself straight?" And I did something that I often do when I'm listening to my own songs, and I thought, let me look at this from an objective point of view, like somebody who's actually looking outside of me, looking at me. And if that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
I get it.
And I sat there and I thought, if I was talking to myself, giving myself advice, what would I say?
Yeah.
And so the song got born. It's just it's something that I would have said to me if I was talking
You
to
were
myself.
talking to yourself. Just breathe, hey?
Yeah. Just breathe, because there's literally nothing I could do. I was where I was. I was where I was at.
Yeah.
You got no control over who lives and who dies.
That's right.
So I think I could tell myself, dude, just breathe, because if you don't, you're not going to get through this.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, eh? And look at what's happened with
that was it.
look what's happened with this song. This song has
Excuse me.
become a lifeline for people. It's more than a song now. It's an absolute lifeline. Listen, I can.
You want to take that upstairs?
We can talk about tragedies that have happened in our lives, and I've had, I lost my great friend some years ago in a house fire that was just so tragic.
Sorry, ladybugs.
And it's these things that you need. You need these songs in life, hey? All right, well, listen, we're going to let you go because you've done so well, Garth. Since that time that you wrote this song, Garth Taylor has just exploded. He's doing gigs every week. He's got a new album coming out. There's a whole lot happening in the life of Garth Taylor that is just amazing. And perhaps it all started with this song. Look, we're going to talk rugby in just a moment. I'm probably the least qualified person to speak about rugby in South Africa, but perhaps we can just talk about rugby. What's your prediction for the next game? Is it the French that we play next? And get your comments ready. Put them in the comment section. I want to know what you got to say about the rugby. But here's the song that Garth was talking about. We very proudly play it tonight. In fact, we're going to adopt this song on the show and call it the Tom London Show song. We're going to play it from time to time in snippets of it to remind ourselves to just breathe. Are you ready? Take a listen to the lyrics. Like, really take a listen. And if you are going through a hard time, right? If you are going through a hard time, then this song is especially for you. Here we go.
When it all goes wrong, as you think there are no answers, you think you got to hide your heart away. Look, I know that it's not easy when the world is so uneasy to be strong today. Just breathe and let things be what they be. It's not up to you and me. There's nothing you can do about it now. Just breathe and feel the way you feel. Even though you're falling down, don't think about it now. Just breathe. So now you think you're lost. There's no way to find your way home. You feel like you can't trust nobody else. No one else. I know that you're lonely in that place that you're only. Just be strong today. Just breathe and let things be what you can do about it now. Just breathe and feel the way you feel, even though you're falling down. But think about it now. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just
Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. If that song makes a difference to one person who watches the show, then our job is done. Thank you, Garth Taylor. Our finest singer-songwriter in South Africa, we present you tonight on the Tom London Show with his exclusive track for you, Breathe. Okay, let's talk rugby. First of all, let me tell you how to get hold of the show. That's our studio number there, 067-219-7893. And we'll be taking more and more calls as we get used to the process and all the technology behind it. And I'll be chatting to you on the telephone. You can call in on that number. We'll be introducing video calls as well, so we could video call each other. And that's a place that you can leave a voice note. So you can leave a voice note now if you like. But before you do that, I'd like you to register as a caller on the show. What does that mean? Well, in the old days of radio, we had call screeners who would write your name down and where you're calling from, so that when your call came through to the studio, I would know. But we don't have call screeners anymore, so you're the call screener. If you want to register as a call screener on the Tom London Show, save this number to your contacts on your phone. You save 067-219-7893 as a contact. Put the Tom London Show in there on in your contacts on your phone. Once you've done that, then go to WhatsApp, write a message to the Tom London Show, and put your name and your city in the WhatsApp. And once you've done that, you're registered as a caller. When you call in or you message, I know who you are and I can put you on air. So we'll see how quickly we can get. Oh, we got voice notes coming in already on the rugby story. All right, I want to tell you about, I'll just leave that number up on screen for you so you can save that to your phone quickly. Just save it under as Tom or the Tom London Show or Tom London, so when you send a message, you know who you're sending to, and it'll come straight through to the studio. That number is for voice notes, video calls, and audio calls. Got it? We'll keep it at audio at the moment. We'll start getting video online. Well, maybe we'll take a video call or two tonight. But register yourself as a Tom London caller by saving that number to your contacts and then sending me a WhatsApp message. In the text, write your name and where you're from, and we'll save you as a registered caller on the show. Okay? I have a confession to make. I am probably the worst rugby supporter in South Africa. I've never really got the game. It started in Springs at Springs Boys High School when Huguenot came to play us, and they brought extra ambulances, and we had the standard sixes had to go watch the game, and I thought, I'm not getting involved in anything where you can get dragged away in an ambulance, and I decided I didn't like rugby. And now rugby is the only sport that we're really good at in South Africa, eh? So I feel out. I went to watch a rugby game last week at a pub in Craighall Park, and there was a guy there from the beginning. He was like, I'm telling you, Lance, and these guys, they talk loud, eh? I'm telling you, Lance, they haven't got Pollard in there tonight, bro. No kicker. We're going to have a problem, man. I'm telling you. And then during the game, see, I told you, but see, hey, that's a knock on, but. And a lot of that stuff was going on, and I don't understand it. I got no idea of what's going on. Really, really no idea. Maybe we should take a call on this. Anybody keen to talk about rugby? I see there's something coming through. Let's see if we can put Craig on the air. Right, well, let's call Craig back. He called in and dropped the call, so let's see if we can get hold of him and chat to Craig about rugby. I think Craig's over in the UK. That's what it said on his message. So let's see if it connects. We can get hold of Craig and put him on air. If not, we'll play a couple of voice notes. There's some voice notes coming through now, so we can always do that. And I'm hoping it connects with Craig, because I've got one or two people that I want to put on air tonight that we're going to have to do with video calls, and so technology has been okay with us, but perhaps it's not going to cooperate. We'll give it a try. All right, let's see if we can call Craig back. I really want to see what to say, and we'll see if we can get him online with a bit of luck. It says it's connecting. We'll see. Maybe there's a connection problem his side. Maybe it's our side. Time will tell. But yeah, I'm not rugby and me are just crazy things. Not a good relationship. Yeah, all right, so I don't see Craig there. We'll give Craig a try in just a moment. Let's go to a voice note and see who's another Craig. We got two Craigs. All right, well, let's go to a voice note and see what Craig in Kempton Park has to say. All right, Craig. Oh, that's me pressing wrong buttons. All right, here we go.
Hi, Tom. It's Craig here from Kempton Park.
Hey, Kempton.
Yeah, man. You can't call yourself a South African unless you watch rugby, you watch cricket, and you braai.
No, man, you can call yourself a South African if you want. All right, there's Craig calling in. Shall we go to Craig? We'll get back to that voice note and say, how's it to Craig in the UK? Well, I think there's a connection problem with the WhatsApp video call tonight, maybe just on Craig's side. I'm hoping not on all our calls, but we'll see. All right, Craig, I'm going to give you a try in just a moment. Let's go back to, that's Craig in London. This is another Craig in Kempton. All right.
So, buy yourself a rugby shirt.
No.
And what?
No, hold on a moment. I've never owned a sports shirt in my life. Well, once. I had a girlfriend who was a Manchester United supporter, and I bought an Arsenal shirt just to bug her, but I never supported the team. All right, go carry on, Craig.
Hammer the Frenchies in the quarterfinals.
Hammer the Frenchies,
Tonga yesterday in the last pool game.
Yeah.
And Ireland are going to hammer Scotland, and we're going to go through, and we're going to hammer the Frenchies in the quarters.
Is it, eh?
So buy yourself a rugby shirt, light yourself a braai, and yeah. Anyway, cheers, Tom.
All right. Cheers, Craig out of Kempton Park. Thanks for leaving the voice note on the number 067219 7893. You can use that number whenever you like. I see another voice note coming in now from Claire. Let's see what Claire has to say about rugby. Is she also a supporter?
Hi, Tom. My view on rugby. Well, I don't really have a view other than to say that I grew up in a family where it was purely my dad who was interested in rugby.
Yeah.
I never really got to understand the rules. There seem to be too many rules. Nobody has ever sat down with me and explained the rules.
You can't. It's unless you grew up with rugby in your blood from young, you will never understand the rules.
Friends of mine sit there for hours on end, twiddling their thumbs, eating popcorn, standing around a braai, and talking rugby. And I, who have an opinion on most things in life, do not understand a word that they're saying.
Join the club.
Other than seeing that it's all over the news, it's on the radio, everyone's talking about it. The World Cup, we should assume what's going on, but I still don't have any view on rugby. Yes, I would support the South African rugby players, and yes, I think, or so I've been told, they're doing a really good job.
I believe so.
But I still don't understand all the rules of rugby, and I'd sooner
you're going to die
be
before
watching
you understand
something else, or even having a chat to you, just like this.
Yeah, that's a whole lot better than
on
rugby.
Me,
I like you, Claire.
Not watching rugby ever again.
I like you, Claire. You stick with the show, and we'll let the rugby fans do the rugby. I do like it when we win. Makes you feel good about being a South African, hey? All right, let's try Craig one more time. I do want to see if we can put him on air, because he has tried to call back, and we tried to call him, and let's see if we could just do a video quickly. It would be nice if we could get hold of Craig. We'll see if it connects now, and So this is on the WhatsApp line, the number that I've given you, and I think that we just got a problem connecting through to Craig. Tell you what we'll do is, Craig, we're going to leave it there because it doesn't look like getting anywhere with that particular line. Let's go down to the beach, shall we? Shall we go down to the beach? I want to show someone off to you. The guy I want to show off to you is a guy called Christo Smith. By the way, a two-legged dog coming up on the show. I'm not even joking. A two-legged dog is going to be joining us on the show tonight. You ever seen a two-legged dog? Dogs, not 3 legs, got 2 legs, got 2 back legs, no front legs, which is really, really crazy. I am trying to get hold of Christo Smith now, and it seemed to be having the same connection problem, which is weird. We've been making WhatsApp calls off the system the whole day today. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're actually just going to relaunch the WhatsApp app and see if we can, if it works. You know, so often technology is switch on, switch off, hey? I hope you're having fun in the comment section. I see Mark Immerman's on board. How's it, Mark? Mark's not just a friend, he's family, man. Good to see you there. All right, don't give me your number in the comment section. Everyone's going to see it. Send your number to that WhatsApp, not in the comment section. All right? Okay, let's try Craig. Who are we going to try? Christo? Let's try Christo. I've restarted the thing. Switch on, switch off, switch on. We'll see if we can get all the Christo now and see whether it actually goes through. I got a feeling switching off and switching on might do the trick. If not, we won't have any video calls on the show tonight, which is very disappointing because I actually want to see people's faces and I want to see where you are. And yeah, we had Garth on. That worked. How's it, Robert? Robert has been waiting for the show. I've been waiting for Robert to join us. Thank you, Rob. Good to see you on board. And Claudia Bernardi says, I've seen a video of a dog with 2 back legs. Yeah. I'm not sure why we're not getting this right on the video call. I'm going to give it one more try. Otherwise, we'll try an audio call and see if we can get through to Christo Smith. Christo is a boxing photographer, by the way. He boxes and he photographs. Not at the same time. But, yeah. All right. I see Christo's calling in. I'm going to accept the call and see whether it actually connects. And I'm hoping it does. Come on. You know, everything's worked perfectly tonight except this, which is a little bit, yeah, disappointing, eh? Alrighty. We're gonna kill that call, and let's try an audio call. Let's see if we can get through on audio. With a bit of luck. No, call ended. We'll try again. And otherwise I'll get to the car. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, Christo. Connecting. Connecting. But not connecting. Which is a real disappointment. Because I want to show you the 2-legged dog. I want to talk to the dog mom. Alright, apparently it says I'm still on a call, which is... So I think the WhatsApp system has actually got itself confused here tonight and thinking I'm still on a call and not wanting to do it. I'll just keep switching off and switching on and see what happens. Right. And maybe, okay, it's reloaded. Let's see if we can do this now. We'll try it one more time. I don't like wasting time like this and waffling. But let's see. We'll see if we can get Christo this time. So we are calling, and then it does get to connecting, but it does not connect for some reason, which is just a little. Only Coca-Cola can make me feel a bit better right now, right? Yeah, someone's giving me my own advice, eh? Cheryl says, just breathe, it will connect sometime. Yeah, I needed to connect tonight. I needed to connect tonight. Robert Bruce Naismith says, dig your cushions. Thank you. I'm actually thinking of swapping these for sponsors cushions. You know, if you want to put your company name there, then you give me a little bit of money, and then your name will be on screen every night. That was an idea of mine. We haven't done anything with it yet, but yeah, we're thinking of it, right? Ian Lombard joins us from East London, SBCA. Love the work you do, Ian, down there. Well done on everything you do. Thank you for what you do for doggies. Nicholas Mons, someone I worked with way back in the day at Canny FM, is on board. Hi, Nicholas. And I hope you're all saying hello to each other as well, because the really nice thing about a comment section below a video is that you can get to make friends with people. And that's just awesome, isn't it? All right. I'm just trying to see. Maybe we can do a voice call on another system. I see Christo's on the ball. He wants to be on the show, man.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, okay, everything's working. Hallelujah.
Yay.
Thank the Lord above. We don't say that anymore. You know, we don't thank God anymore. But I think that it's okay. We can thank God if we want, can't we? Christo Smith is on board with us now. How's it, Christo? Good to have you with us, and I'm glad the system worked out and you can join us. How are you?
Thank you. Well, thanks yourself. Thank you so much for having me on your show tonight.
It's a pleasure, mate. The reason I've got you on the show is I actually want to show you off, and I want to show your work off to the people who are watching the show. I know you as a boxer, Christo. How did you get into photography?
Well, yeah, that's a long story. I mean, I did a lot of art at school, and I always loved art. And after I left school, I kind of fell in love with the idea of taking some photos and showing off the beauty that I see that's all around us. I started taking snaps, and here we are 20 years later.
Wow.
And every now and then, I might take a good photo every now and then, but I still try.
All right, well,
I get lucky.
Let's show some of your pictures off, shall we?
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to start with the cityscape. I think this looks like Santon. What a beautiful picture. But the ones I want to get to are the ones you're taking down in KZN at the moment, which are the beach pictures. You've got these beautiful nighttime pictures of the beach and starry skies. It's just such impressive stuff. I'm going to run through a couple for people who are watching so they can just see your work quickly.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
And what's the fascination with lightning?
Jeez, man, I just love nature. I absolutely love nature, and I've always loved thunderstorms. There's just something magical about a good thunderstorm. And for me to try and capture the drama that happens at night, and well, in a thunderstorm, specifically at night, it's a lot easier to shoot a thunderstorm then.
Well,
and it's just amazing. You never know what you're going to get, and the sky paints these beautiful pictures, and it comes with this incredible noise, and it's absolutely amazing. For me, it's just mesmerizing.
And then you got some pictures of the coast. I see. Which pier is this? Is this Umhlanga or Durban? With the looks like whale bones.
Yes, yeah. So that's the Umhlanga Pier.
Okay.
Absolutely beautiful. It's a world-renowned pier. I think it was voted as one of the most beautiful piers in the world at one point, if not the most beautiful pier. And that is literally 1.5 kilometers from where I live. I mean, I'm just so blessed just to be able to hop down there and see the beauty of I suppose, Umhlanga and South Africa, what we have to offer.
What beautiful, beautiful photographs. I've got a feeling we're going to feature photographers on the show, because I've got a number of photographer friends and they all take great pics, but I wanted you to be the first tonight because you're getting a lot of recognition at the moment. And look at some of the comments coming through. Wow, love your lightning shots from Helen Midwatch.
Thank you.
Robert says, wow, fantastic photographs. And then Sasta Kupan.
Thank you.
You see, I told you, be careful when you leave messages on the show. Sasta Kupan is, I'm besotted. She holds my attention. Let me put it that way. I want her to be my girlfriend, but she keeps telling me that she's not ready. Anyway, oh man.
I'm holding thumbs for you, Tom.
All right, let's not get into my personal life and who I've got eyes on. But Sasta says, wants to know a question. What camera are you using?
Okay, so that's a good question. I use the Canon system for most of those photos, I probably used a Canon 6D Mark II.
Okay.
Some of those I use a 1DX, a few others I use a 7D
Now
Mark
it
II.
sounds like rugby. Yeah, it sounds like rugby to me now. Yes.
Yeah, no, and you've got to just pass it backwards or something. Also, I know nothing about rugby.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I'm a boxer, so I do everything with
All right,
boxing.
yeah.
So, I mean,
That's the only two sports I watch, right? If you don't count figure skating and gymnastics, are boxing and Formula One. Those ones I love. I do watch some sport, boxing and Formula One. I think are excellent. My dad lives less than a kilometer away from that pier, and just all sorts of great compliments coming in for your work, Christo. I wanted to
well,
give you.
thank you. I'm going to be meeting your dad soon. We keep threatening. I think he's chasing me to have a coffee with him, so we keep threatening to do it. So
I hope
one day soon, I'll reach out, Alan. Definitely.
I hope you meet my dad soon. Christo, listen, thanks a lot, mate. Great having you on. How do people find your work? Where do they find you on Facebook?
So on Facebook, it's Christo Smith Photography. And then on Instagram, it's Magic Smith, one word.
Okay, Christo Smith Photography. That's
Photography.
CHRISTO Smith Photography on Facebook and on Instagram.
Magic Smith. So MAGIC SMITH, one word.
Got it. All right, Christo. Thanks.
And just before you chase me away, I just want to challenge people to try and actually have a look at the beauty that's all around them. Because you were talking about COVID earlier, you're talking about all the tough things that happen in your life. And often you're driving around, you're looking at the potholes, you're looking at the beggars on the side of the road, you're wondering about all sorts of things. But if you look up, I mean, look at, most of the time it's beautiful. So this is just one of the things that I try and do, is I try and showcase the beauty that's all around us all the time.
Yeah, that's well. Let's inspire each other to do that. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there, Christo, because you just froze, and this is our breakup happening now. I encourage you to check out Christo's work on Facebook. We'll be highlighting different artists and people that we are obsessed with on the show. Christo's our first. Now, with a bit of luck, a two-legged dog coming up in just a moment. Okay, this is the moment that I've been waiting for on the show. This is, okay, so a bit of a backstory here, right? My dad has, and he's he's in the comment section, Alan Holmes, that's my father. My father is one of the luckiest guys alive. I mean, he's just lucky to be alive, really. And he's had a couple of heart attacks. The first one, I had to organize a helicopter to fly him from Nelspruit to Joburg. And we managed to, and the doctors at Charlotte McKay managed to save his life. And then he got malaria a couple of years ago, and bang, same situation. And he needed a helicopter again. I mean, who needs a helicopter twice? But my old man did. And in that helicopter was paramedic Bianca Pierce, who was part of the team that saved my dad's life some years ago. But Bianca is on the air tonight for another reason. She's probably the kindest heart I've ever met. And specifically when it comes to animals. So if you're an animal lover, let me introduce you to my friend Bianca Pierce. How's it, Bianca?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Look at you, looking
lovely seeing you.
looking wonderful. Look at you, look like, I don't know, if you got a filter on that takes 20 years off your life or something. You're looking great.
Here's you, my friend. You look amazing. Since the last time I've seen you,
Now, this
you
is
look good.
This is makeup and lighting. Right, Bianca, this dog you've got, is it Lilo?
It's Lilo.
Lilo.
Lilo and Stitch.
Where's Lilo, by the way? Is Lilo... There's Lilo. Oh! Oh, no! That's got to be the cutest moment on any of my shows ever. Hello, Lilo. Hello, Lilo.
Yeah, she's never too far.
So Lilo was born without front legs.
Yeah, yeah. There were two. It was her and her brother. So it was little Stitch. So hence Lilo and Stitch. But unfortunately, with the inbreeding, misbreeding, crossbreeding, he had underdeveloped pancreas. So he
Okay.
passed away at about 4 weeks of age. But this little madam, there's just no stopping her.
And how does the dog get around?
So she bounces, like she bounces around. But mostly if you walk off, she will shout at you. You will carry her around like a little handbag. So, and we had wheels made for her, fancy wheels, but too lazy. She just stands there and looks at you like all disappointed and laughs.
All right. How many dogs have you got now? Because I know it doesn't end with Lilo.
I've got 12 left at the moment.
Hold on, 12.
12, yes.
Okay. How do you afford the dog food?
My friend, you know me, I'm always working.
So all of your money,
Yes.
saving lives all day long, you put that money into dog food. And care of the
100%.
animals.
For vegetables and
All right. Well, I see people saying hi, Bianca. You're the best. That's my dad. You know he's your number one fan. Cheryl
I love him. He's amazing.
Vaughan says, "Oh, Lilo for the win." Pet Rescue Kit South Africa says, "Lilo, what a star." I see we're going to get fans. I want to make Lilo the show dog. And
100%. I'll send you some nice photos.
thank you. I'm going to put some pictures on screen quickly, and just show you Lilo in action. Right? You ready? These are some pictures of Lilo on screen quickly, and we'll just show you what Lilo looks like out in the wild, so to speak. Isn't this the cutest dog you've ever? Like, when I saw this dog on your Facebook page, I thought, no, man, this was supposed to be my dog. There's Lilo bouncing. Isn't that cute? Oh, wow. That's just fun. And does, dogs don't really know they're disabled, do they?
Not at all. She goes about her daily life like there's nothing stopping her. If we don't stop her and actually give her a rest and take her some water, she will just keep going.
Bianca,
It's the same. You remember Harry, the blind lab I've got? This kid can run upstairs. He runs around the house. He plays.
Hold on. You got the two-legged dachshunds and you got a blind Labrador.
Here's Harry, my blind labby.
And they normally the dogs that are used for blind people. But the Labrador's blind. Okay. Your Labrador needs a guide human.
Oh yes, pains me.
So one big happy family, hey Bianca. It's so nice to see.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yeah, that was amazing.
Look, 2 reasons for chatting to you tonight, or 3 actually. 1, to show off Lilo. What a great spirit, and that's what you need, and we need, by the way. Despite our disabilities and despite the problems, you need Lilo's attitude. That will get us far in life. That's number 1.
100%.
Number 2, to encourage people to do what Bianca does and help animals. And number 3, to help Bianca if you can. Bianca is, what is your technical title? Is it EMT or ILS or paramedic or?
ILS medic.
And what does that mean?
Intermediate life support.
Okay, that's when people are in real trouble.
Yes,
Eh? Yeah.
actually,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. We've got other words for that, when they're stuffed. Although I noticed working with paramedics when I used to hang around with you guys, that the worst thing you could hear someone say about you when you get put on the stretcher is, this person's really sick. If you say sick, that's a problem. If you hear a paramedic say, no, this person's sick, then you better say your Hail Marys. So, Bianca, if people want to contribute, and I'm sure there are 1 or 2 of my friends and people who watch the show who'd love to buy some food and just help you with the animals. I don't know if you'd accept it, but I'd love to just encourage people watching the show. Say, hey, here's someone doing good for animals and never stops. And if you've got a few rand spare in your pocket, why not buy some dog food or send some cash to Bianca so she can do that. You can get hold of Bianca on Facebook by looking for Bianca Piens. Is her name. On Facebook, I think you'll see Bianca Castleman Piens. But look for her profile and make friends with her. And maybe you could help out in a little way. That would be fantastic. I'd love to see. I like to see people who are doing good being helped out. Bianca, I've done thousands of shows on radio and interviewed thousands of people, but I don't think I ever had a moment as heartwarming as when you picked the dog up and put Lilo in front of the camera.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing little soul.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank you, Bianca, and thank you for all the good work you do for animals.
Thank you.
And cannot wait
And
to
welcome
see you
back on the
soon.
air.
Thank you. Yeah, at least the show went on air tonight.
Awesome.
Hey, I've got to brush up. I got to get a whole lot better, but we'll get there.
You got them.
All
All
right.
right, my friend.
Bianca, thank you, my friend, and you go well. That's Bianca Pierce, and Bianca and her dog Lilo, the two-legged ducks. You know, don't say I don't show you interesting things on the show. Shall we see what the reaction is? And then it's almost time to say goodbye, right? So here we go. What do we got here? To the comments we go. Joan Hartnick says, blessings to you, Bianca. Helen says, so awesome, Bianca. We need more people like you. Claire Feldman says, a world without animals is not a world I would like to live in. Amen. Cheryl says, you're just amazing, Bianca. Lilo, the dog mascot for the show. Yeah, I think so, hey? Lilo should be our dog mascot, and that's done. Eh? Oh, she is adorable. Not sure whether you're talking about the dog or Bianca. Hunty the Toy says, B, you are the best mommy ever. I agree, hey? Nancy Wemmer says, cute doggies should get sponsorship for dog food. You read my mind, Nancy. Yeah, perhaps you're... Perhaps you have a dog food company, or you know someone who does. Hook them up with Bianca. Hunty says, hello, Lilo. Gaynor says, Lilo, what a beauty. Nicholas Mon says, send me... you're chatting to each other now. That's good. All right, so a couple of minutes to go before the end of the show. And I just wanted to tell you, and once again, just reinforce this message, that this show is for you, by the way. If you've been watching for the last hour, I'd like to say thank you to you. If you came in and out of the show, thank you. If you're watching the show post-live, because we get a lot of people that watch the next day and the day after, well, thank you for pressing that play button. Join us live if you want to interact with the show or interact with people. And the comment section down below the video is there for a reason on this show. It's for you to reach out and make friends with people. That's what it's there for. To be good and kind to each other. I just think we need to inspire each other in this world, and things will be better. I think you need to do two things. Don't buy into the story that the sky is falling in. I know we live in a dysfunctional country, but politicians all need the same thing. Politicians need to sell you a problem. Every politician on earth is there to sell you a problem. So when you get into the world of politics and news around politics and elections coming up in South Africa, there's never going to be any good news, because a politician needs a problem to be able to say, that's the problem. If you vote for me, I'll fix it. While we have politics and politicians, we will always be told we've got problems. And I don't want to perpetuate that. I don't want to be a media practitioner that goes along and says, yeah, everything's messed. The fact is, if you go back 2 generations in your life to your grandparents or great-grandparents and look at their lives, we are way better off than our grandparents and great-grandparents. That's for sure. We live longer, we're healthier, we have better quality of lives. Look at all the stuff we've got now that your grandparents and your great-grandparents didn't have. Life has actually improved over the last 2 or 3 generations. And despite our daily problems and our societal ills and our country's mess, we're good people. Us, human beings, most of us have good hearts. And that's what I'm here to celebrate. I'm here to create a place for you, a soft place to land in the evening. You can watch this with family and friends. This is going to be a family-friendly show. Or you could be alone. You could be living alone and needing some company, some people to chat to in the comments section, or just a show to watch and consume for an hour or so. We'll run over an hour if it's interesting and there's lots to talk about. Otherwise, we close at 10 o'clock every night. So I'll be on air between Monday and Friday, 7 days a week. But I do want to tell you right up front, I'm taking December holidays off, Easter holidays off. I'm taking all long weekends off and weekends off. Just so you know, right in the beginning, because you're my boss, so I need to tell you what my leave conditions are, right? But yeah, it would mean the world to me if you joined me in the evening. It means the world to me to see your comments come in. And I think that this very first show, and I want to get it a whole lot better, obviously. I'm going to look back and go, oh, Tom, that wasn't slick enough and stuff like that. But I'm happy with the start. And I'm happy with what we're going to do, because we're going to do one thing on the Tom London Show. One thing above all. We're going to inspire each other. We're going to inspire each other to keep going when times are tough. We're going to inspire each other to reach out and do more. We're going to inspire each other to be better people. We're going to inspire each other to do great things. We're going to inspire each other. I'm not going to inspire you. We're going to inspire each other, you and me. And then in the comment section, we can inspire each other there too. So I hope you said hello to a few people tonight. Thank you for sending your call registrations into the WhatsApp line. I'll be registering your calls as a Tom London Show caller, so when you call in, we can answer your call and put you on air. But yeah, if you want to do a little bit of inspiring and you want to be inspired, then make sure you catch me again tomorrow night, and all our friends in the comment section and our guests on air. This has been the very first edition of the Tom London Show, and I can only say thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the Springs Boykie to you, wherever you find yourself in the world. Thanks for joining me on the very first Tom London Show. We'll catch you again tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Until then, I miss you already.
Yeah.